Hello Dragonfly Swarm. So it's been a while since the last time we had a discussion about upcoming characters, and it seems that version 2.0 flew by extremely fast. Naturally, with 2.1 having been out for a few days now, miHoYo has once again revealed to us their plan for the future new characters, but all we received this time was Thoma's splash art, which for a community that's grown accustomed to seeing multiple new character teasers, it's a bit off-putting. But in all honesty, it's actually a pretty strong indicator as to what we can expect from the next few patches of Genshin Impact, so let's get into that. As usual with videos like these, take this all with a slight grain of salt, as a large amount of this video is purely speculation based on what information miHoYo has given us. Let's be real, you probably already guessed it, but yeah, it's quite likely we're gonna see a lineup of reruns in 2.2 and 2.3, with Thoma featuring in 2.2. Now, on the subject of Thoma, I'm quite excited to see more official information about him in the future, but right now, my biggest question is he a 5-star or a 4-star? That's an important question because if he's a 4-star character, my bank account won't suffer as much. Jokes! But not really. It's actually an important question because if he is a 4-star, we're likely getting at least 2 consecutive reruns placed in 2.2 with Thoma featuring on one of those banners, and he'd be most likely to feature on the first one if we're going purely based on date priority, but if you factor in what miHoYo's planned 4-star lineups are right now, he could just as easily instead be on the second half of 2.2. Now, that leaves us with a significantly more daunting task, figuring out which reruns they might throw at us. But in all honesty, and as I've said a million times before, our very top contender is Ganyu. Ganyu Wanters rejoice, myself included. Ganyu's banner was one of miHoYo's most successful, highest grossing banners to date, and was the first of the now sought after Liyue Big 3 to be released as a playable character. The Liyue Big 3 is just a fancy name for the 3 most broken DPS characters in Genshin. Given that she came first, it's not unfair to assume that if miHoYo wants a successful rerun period, they've got to throw in a character that 1. Hasn't seen the light of day in almost a year, and 2. Is beloved by many players for many reasons: simps, meta slaves, collectors, and if you're like me, somehow all 3. As such, I'd say it's not unfair to assume Ganyu will be one of a handful of reruns coming, in her case, during 2.2. But assuming Thoma is a 4-star, that leaves an entire second half of the patch with no new 5-star, therefore another rerun. And in that case, I'd say it could honestly equally be Albedo, Xiao, or Hu Tao. All 3 of them are just about as due for their reruns as Ganyu is. And small disclaimer, I've seen people say over the months that miHoYo will rerun Hu Tao during Halloween given her niche as a spooky character, but please keep in mind miHoYo is a Chinese company and China doesn't celebrate Halloween. So I wouldn't say she's any more likely to have a rerun during that period than Albedo or Xiao, or whoever they want to throw at us. And thus, there are likely going to be reruns leaking into patch 2.3 as well, given just how many of the most high demand characters are due for one, but I wouldn't say it's unsafe to speculate about characters like Yaimiko and Goro, mostly Yaimiko. Spoiler-free context, Yaimiko gets a lot of screen time in 2.1's final Inazuma Archon chapter, and we learn a lot about her as a character. And based on how miHoYo released Liyue characters months after their debuts in the story, there's potential in a 2.3 Yaimiko debut, especially given how much spotlight Inazuma and Raiden Shogun have given to Electro as a viable element in-game. Then there's Goro, who I can just imagine shooting pebbles at enemies and calling it a charge shot. Who knows where he'll end up, but again, it's not totally unfair to assume he'll show up in 2.3 alongside or opposing a Yaimiko banner. But yeah, there's a lot of potential good news for people who have been waiting for these reruns since God knows when, because it's almost certain 2.2 will be full of reruns, and we can assume there will be more scattered between the release of new characters as well. Yaimiko Wanters rejoice. If you like this video and you want to keep up to date on Genshin news, guides, updates, and things like that, feel free to subscribe or join my Discord server or follow my Twitch and come hang out when I'm live. Anyways, I'm gonna go do some preemptive damage control on my social life as I prepare to waste away for the sake of raising all these upcoming rerun characters. Okay, bye!